Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Hey, welcome in.
Yo, yo, yo. And other street-like colloquialisms.
We're very street,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It's been a while since I dropped a heavy brap. But,
I know, but it could come at any time.
It could come at any time. Absolutely any time.
Well, welcome into DGMS 114, 114th of its name.
Yeah. 10 away from our crazy endeavour to be awake longer than I've been awake in a very long time.
We should start thinking about that.
We should start promoting it.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah, because that's not a long time.
It isn't a long time.
I mean, it's not 10 weeks because you're fucking off for 2 of them.
That is true.
So we're like 12 weeks away, barring any, plagues and other related things that we miss bits for.
Well, with the plagues and other bits, which I hadn't really foreseen, I was going to suggest doing it over the Easter weekend. But now it won't work for that, so I don't know what to do. But we'll have to put it together, because I still feel like a 24-hour DGMS will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe the bank holiday weekend, the May Day bank holiday weekend.
The early one.
Well, yeah, or the other one.
Maybe the other one, because the early one is... Easter is 13 weeks away.
Yeah, so it might work.
Maybe it will. I'm sure there was something that was preventing it from working. I can't remember. I had it all on a plan. It doesn't really matter. You're seeing behind the curtains.
You're watching the cogs turn in our heads, which is never a good thing.
We do have 3 bank holidays. We have one at the start, one at the end, and one because the king is the king.
Yes. Is that a Monday or is that a during the weeky type one?
I feel that's a Monday. Oh, Ali's in. That's nice.
Hello, Ali. Welcome in. I'll read that long message in a minute. It's rather long.
But we'll get to it.
I'm not sure I can read that much.
I've read a little bit. It's nice. Yes. I'm Alex. This is Jez. If you've not been here before, hello. Thanks very much for coming along for another amazing edition of Don't Get Me Started. So many amazing regular segments are going to be there, ending as we do with Am I the Arsehole, passing through various other segments of viral natures and things probably getting in the sea and things where today people fucked up. Not us, obviously.
No, we never fuck up.
No, we
Not
are
ever.
very consistently excellent. Maybe some agony for me and a bit of this is happening, but one way or another, 2 hours at
We'll
least
chat some stuff.
of shit is coming their way.
Yeah. Place your bets now. Can we keep it to 2 hours?
Oh,
That's
my
been our
God.
goal for the last few weeks. And I think we've done it once. And I'm not even confident about that once.
I think 2 hours is good. But there you go. As long as you guys are having a good time, I really want you guys to have a good time. I'm going to come along every Tuesday, chill out, whatever you're doing, sitting, knitting, crocheting, eating KFC, just in your pants, drinking wine.
Now I want KFC. Thanks for that.
Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun as the year smashes through. People say things like, oh, isn't it? Oh, don't know where January went, Jeremy.
Yeah, people do say that, don't they? That is a thing.
Would you like to put those sort of people in the sea?
I mean, it might be a bit extreme to put them in the sea. Could they just shut the fuck up instead?
Now, hey, listen, maybe
they
we should
not
have a
say
segment.
Trite bullshit like that?
Please shut the fuck up, and that's the segment. And then we just find someone
Just list a bunch of people.
Please?
Like, shut the fuck up. Like kind of Chris Jericho circa 2000. Like, would you please shut the hell up?
That's what we should get. We should get him doing that. Well, not him.
Like a clip of him.
Yeah.
Or him.
Or if he could come along
There's plenty
here.
of room on the sofa.
Yeah.
He's only slightly in my bad books, Mr. Jericho.
Predict with channel points. Oh my God. Do we have any channel points?
Yeah. Well, people should have channel points. We've been on this channel for how long?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot they existed on this, but of course they do. Predict with channel points. Can we keep it to 2 hours? I don't know about that.
How's it going right now? That's
100% saying no.
There are 12,000
Won't they make
points
more
on
money
the-
if they now bet against that? Like, will you get more money
If
you...
one person bets yes, they bag the entire lot.
That's amazing.
So,
Maybe hey, listen, stick a punt on yes.
And you know what kind of contrary twats we are? We could just literally stop mid-sentence at 9:59 and be like, "Fuck you, we're out."
Honestly, we should definitely do that.
I'm
That'd
gonna
be
do that.
hilarious.
That's
Again,
happening
one
now.
where as soon as you see it, just doesn't
Like,
matter what I'm saying.
Yeah,
just
whatever
cut me
we're
off.
doing, like, "Fuck you, 9:59."
No, go fuck yourself. You've heard it here first. Stick some fucking money on it.
Yeah.
They're 20. Hang on a minute. That might fucking happen. Well, welcome in everybody. We'll have a look and see who's here. I see Dr. Fruitbat's here. I've been here before, but hi anyway. Really good to see you again.
Yes.
I see Ali's here. It's always good to see Ali. I've missed Ali. Will's here. Harmstone's here. I was looking through a load of my clips, and a load of them have been clipped by everybody, really, but loads of them are clipped by Will, where I just say things like "big willies" or something like that. I just say an outrageous thing, outrageous innuendo. If it's an innuendo, Will is clipping it.
Will is good at clipping.
Yeah.
Like, you can count on Will to clip, especially over on my channel where I've set up exclamation clip and he'll just do it. Doesn't
Right.
even need to make the effort. Just
Yeah.
type something in the chat. Yeah.
Missy B is here. Hello. Hey,
Yo, yo.
listen. I've already started, as I mean to go on, because I was looking at the TikTok videos. The most recent ones, at the very least, has got me opining with a fucking glass of wine, and I love it. So I thought I'd get one. So cheers.
It's the accessory everybody's clamoring for.
They're
here on
oh, in the
DGMS.
comments, Jeremy, they're like, "Look at that cool, classy motherfucker swearing whilst holding a glass of
Yeah,
red wine."
nobody's commented on it. He's just thought himself,
Yes.
I look like a suave motherfucker.
Yeah, it's just all in my
Obviously.
head.
Whereas I sit there going, I look very fat. I should probably go for a run or something.
That's not true.
And then I don't. I eat a triple cheeseburger instead. So
I should get wine now. You should. You absolutely should. Go and get some wine. I am going to Singapore at the end of this week. Well, on Monday at 5:30 in the morning. So I think the Super Bowl will end at like about 3:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I'll be in a taxi on my way to the airport. And so I'm getting my wine in now because I understand in Singapore, the alcohol can only get served until 10:30 at night. And then you just can't drink in a pub or on the street. I mean, I don't know that you're drinking on the street. Anyway, you have to be in your home drinking. Now, not that I'm like, and by the way, I said this at work today to them, and they're like, "Well, we've got to do work the following day, so you won't be doing a lot of this anyway." And I'm like, "No,
Yeah, I'm not a fucking amateur, mate. I can drink at 11 o'clock and still get up the next day.
right?" And they're like, "Well, go to an offie. You can't. They won't serve it. They don't serve you in supermarkets alcohol after 10:30. They don't." And I thought that means, but you can drink in a pub, and that's where you have to. It's just supermarkets. It turns out you can't do it anywhere. You have to go back to your hotel room
That's so arbitrary.
and drink on your own.
I have a big problem with like time-based stuff. I have problems with time. I fucking hate time. It's a waste of absolute time.
Time is such a waste of time.
It is. Yeah. Like, why do I have to do this at a specific time?
I know.
Just, I want to stay in bed a little bit longer. I can do the same thing in 2 hours. Fuck off. Like, why does this start at 8? It's bullshit. Start it at 10.
Yes.
Or don't. Start it at a time that is not a time. Whatever.
So as a result of next week and the week after, my time in Singapore means there won't be a Don't Get Me Started for the next 2 weeks.
There will not. Not a live one, anyway.
No.
We will, there will be a selection of reruns on YouTube as I endeavour to get through all of the Covideo Killed the Radio Star era ones and get onto the meat.
But that's okay. So maybe we could go back. It might give us some time to go back to the pre 111 or 112. When we started to cut them and clip them. We're having a production meeting now. Just stay as you were. But you know what I mean? Like the points where we started to send them to Tom.
Yes.
Obviously, there was some before, like the one before that might have been 110 or something.
Yeah.
We could go back to a couple of those and maybe get some clips
Get
out
some
of that.
good stuff, yeah.
So useful time.
No, I do have a plan for that as I get into the the DGMS branded content moving forward to pull some stuff out and all that kind of thing. Shall we go and read the wall of text that Ali posted?
Yeah.
Yo, lads, you're alive.
We are.
Just barely, yeah. Alex, I miss your Thursday streams.
That's
Can you
nice.
come back soon, please?
No. Yes.
That's
no.
the end of that.
I'm really glad that you like the Thursday streams, and also Andy, which is who is Fresh Cope. Oh, that reminds me of something. Andy, who is Freshcope, said...
Now he's having a production meeting with himself.
I know, that's true. Said, oh, when are you doing Thursday again? And I should update people about that. But really, I just don't want to do the Thursdays until I have everything, all my ducks in a row. And
ducks are notoriously
not ducks,
pricks.
geese.
They won't stay where you put them.
No. Yes, as soon as I can get that sorted, and as soon as I've got a plan for Thursdays will kick off again. But I've got some transition-y work and some kind of like videos that need to be done and some various clips that need to be put together and a plan, the Thursday plan, basically. But I don't really want to do it until it's how I...
Yeah.
I don't want to do it yet.
Yeah.
Jeremy, don't know what's happened to you. Haven't seen you stream in months, and my Monday afternoons and Wednesday afternoons aren't as fun. Can you stream soon, please? Thanks. Gotta go as the football is on, but legends. Well, that was nice.
Yeah, I will be back to streaming at some point, but I've been working a lot. It's been very busy, and I've been trying to launch some other stuff as well and do some of that kind of stuff. But I am almost on top of stuff, and we'll be able to get back to the streaming soon.
It's a tough thing because, like...
something had to go, basically, and streaming was the thing for a little while.
Yeah. Because what I want it to do, I want the Thursday stream to be a bit like this in terms of segments, right? So I always wanted to do a chat thing. I wanted to have guests on to do chat, because when I first started to look at streaming, I was like, I want this, and I want that, and I want this, and I had all these ideas in my head. And then we just kind of got off and running. Do you remember back in like when I was in Belgium, we were still doing Cocktails and Bullshit, and I was doing Undertale, and we just kind of started streaming and never really stopped to breathe. So I never did any chat. Like I never got a guest in to chat. And like, do you know what I was watching was our New Year's Eve stream that we did. And I was watching. I remember. I was watching that back because I was looking for little bits that I could clip, and it was so much fun having that many guests on.
Yeah,
it was so good. And there's a bit, right, and obviously I never watched it back because I was doing it, but there's a bit in the early going, like in the first minute of that, where we cut to Captain Brilliant, who's making a cocktail, and I zoom the my window minimizes it, and he's just there, and he's pretending like he hasn't seen the camera, and then he turns around and he goes, "Oh, hello," like that, and it's all because he's got this one in there, and I'm on the other one, and blah blah blah. And I was like, this is incredible. It was so good just to have him, and we cut to him at one point because he's making a cocktail and he's drinking the cream, and he's left it all over his lip like this, and he turns back to the camera like a fucking disgrace. So I don't know.
He is a disgrace. It's true.
I have had guests, yeah. What I mean is like more guests that aren't just the same guests, I suppose, in a more set way. But Thursday will be back, but I'm not in a rush at the moment because we've got a lot of work to do on this. So
exactly, yes, yeah. But it's all coming together.
It's a work in progress,
and
it's not standing still. That's all I'll say.
It's all positive, and we're still getting a lot of traction on the tickers.
Yeah, tickers is going well.
Yeah,
there are some weird people. Do you know? I have to say,
there are some weird people everywhere. But yes.
There was one guy on Facebook who I don't really know that I want to
God.
say what he said, but like he basically, it was the Deadpool video, and the kids shouldn't be watching it. And then he said, I don't really want to repeat what he said, but
but the crux of it was like, I think kids can watch anything. I watched insert outrageous bullshit fucking thing that nobody
ever
of any
did.
age should watch, and probably never actually did.
He never did
watch, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Guy in a fucking balaclava.
He was wearing a balaclava.
Picture. Yeah, I'm sure you're a well-rounded citizen. Yeah.
We were like, I was just like, I love what we're doing, but who the fuck are we attracting? Because just the
well, you know the answer thanks to the TikTok analytics, and it isn't him.
No, mainly I would hope that you should be in the 70% of women. 70% are women, and most from America. This guy was not a woman from America. He was a man from Northampton with a balaclava.
I was going to say, you don't know. You don't know what was under that balaclava.
I actually looked at his profile.
Could have identified it as a potted plant for all you know.
I know. It was so weird what he said. Like I say, I can't say it because I deleted it.
I was not as offended as Alex, but I can understand the offence.
Sounded really fucking fucked up. It's strange. I know what you mean, but
I don't feel that I need to have any kind of responsibility for the fucked up things other people say. Otherwise, we'd have to delete everything.
We'd be here all day.
Frankly, it would take.
Did you see somebody that I saw you responded to, Jeremy? Some person said that. Am I the arseholes?
Now, can I just say, I feel like I dealt with that negative comment brilliantly. I feel like I fucking nailed that.
Yeah. Do you want to explain?
Yeah. So somebody commented, like, just rather than actually engaging with the content, like, well, I think you two are arseholes. To be fair.
To be fair.
Like, kind of shit comment is that? It's not even funny.
I mean, I like, and then you put, was it like Jennifer Lawrence, like just thumbsing up?
There's a gif of Jennifer Lawrence, like just kind of nonchalantly just going, okay. And I put that there.
Yeah.
And that's got more likes than his comment. So
that's the end of that.
Winner, we the ones.
I do think that I really don't mind if someone wants to think that I'm an arsehole or a cunt or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know, because it doesn't bother me, and it's just
at
like
least fucking show you're working.
Exactly right. I mean, you're right, but how did you get to that? Also, like, I do feel like
it takes people years to work that out most of the time. How did you get there so quickly?
I know. That's what I was going to say, but I literally just vanished my brain. But
I mean, that really sounds like Jennifer Lawrence dealt with it. Well, fine, but if Jennifer Lawrence wants to come and deal with me, I'm not going to be against that either. So
it is
just throwing that out there. It's fine. My wife can watch.
Duncan, the singer, sent me a clip that Limmy had done, and
sorry about that.
And you were going to say that. I was just like, what's he going to say? But he basically, someone had a go at him he was doing some sort of music editing thing where he was just doing some music editing in a music software, and this guy in the chat, because he does it on Twitch, said, "Oh, there's too much. That note has got too much bend or too much reverb or something like that." And he went, "This note's got too much bend." No, I think it's fine. Listen, if you want to do that with your music when you do it, you can do that, and you can put as much bend as you want. You can put less if you want, but you won't, will you? Because you never will. Because you're shit and you don't bother doing anything. You just sit around doing nothing. And something like that. And I was just like, yes, that's it. You won't though, will you? He does it in Scottish. Does it in Scotch.
In Scotch?
You will ne.
Like the tape?
Yes.
Yeah, or the video
the
cassettes.
broth.
Oh, the broth. Yeah. I only know them as, sticky tape and video cassettes. That's what I know Scotch for.
That is true. Show's working, aka the past 113 episodes. Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
No.
I do like it when people kind of come in with a bit of banter. I'm not convinced he was, but I wouldn't mind so much if they can...
I think he thought he was bantering.
Maybe he was.
It was the weakest of the weak in terms of banter.
Yeah. I really don't mind if someone wants to come out and say, "This is bullshit, you pricks, ha ha ha, laugh, laugh, laugh," and maybe try and kind of join in, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Why don't they just come and join in?
Yeah, come and troll us here and we'll tell you to fuck off live and in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the experience we're all looking for. Right.
Let's move on.
Let's get on with it, because otherwise we're not going to meet our deadline. Or we're going to meet our deadline anyway.
Yeah, we will.
We just won't cover as much as we want to cover in that 2 hours flat. So onwards we go. This is happening. It is.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
Not yet, Harmstone. It's not time.
I deliberately was super silent there so I wouldn't
just in case
go
I came
across
in with it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
It's
not
this
time.
is bullshit, you pricks. The phrase that pays, "This is bullshit, you pricks." Everyone's thinking it. This is happening. We're going to talk about the week just really quickly, because what is there to say? The world's a wonderful place and we're in it.
Is it though?
Is it though?
Nap, says Harmstone. DGMS is going on a break. I'll defer that to you as the cause of such bullshit.
We were on a break. Yeah, that is a little break, because I have to go to Singapore and eat some food and do some training and stuff like that.
You're not doing any training. You're just going to eat some food and not buy alcohol after 10:30.
I know. I'm going to have to buy some wine and take it back to my room and just...
drink like a sad loser on your own.
It just feels like there should be speakeasies there. Do you know what I mean? It feels like there must be some places like, no, it's okay.
Sounds like a bad idea.
It's a bad idea, me and you. Yeah, you're right. Listen, there's one thing I know. I'm going to be towing the fucking line in Singapore. Do you know, they have corporal punishment and capital punishment. I'm not having any of that shit. No. Fuck that shit.
Do I salute?
Yeah, both times.
Corporal punishment, capital punishment. That's not a rank.
Welcome, corporal and capital. Oh, capital.
Capital's not
capital. A rank. It's a bit like captain. Welcome in, fourth panda.
Hello.
I
love the little turtles. They're quite cute.
They are cute. I probably won't be going to Universal Studios because I think it looks a bit shit. But if I'm lost for something, I think it's going to be me in a hawker centre eating as much chicken satay. Oh, I've got to tell you. Let me put my wine down. Put my wine down for that there. Whether you know it or not, and you might know it, Singapore has a bar called Raffles, which is like an incredibly famous bar.
Is it run by a dog? Raffles.
No, they just permanently
Raffles.
keep spinning a tombola and getting a little...
And the winner is...
On the teal.
Nobody, because you're here.
It was named after the guy who basically founded Singapore, as I understand
Mr.
it.
Raffle.
I think his name was...
Named after
Stanford
the dog
Raffles?
that founded Singapore.
We'll look it up.
Raffles.
Sir Stanford Raffles. There you go. And Raffles is the home of the Singapore sling.
Why didn't they call it Stanford? That's a much better name.
I don't know.
Raffles.
You'll need to know for this, if you don't already, and a lot of you do, that Aletha is deadly allergic to nuts. With that in mind, we watched a video. We've been sitting here watching a lot of videos about where to go in Singapore. And it's like, Raffles, the best place to go for a Singapore sling, the origin of the Singapore sling. If you want a Singapore sling, come to Raffles. And we're like, yeah, we'll go to that. We'll go to that. And this person's doing a little kind of tour, and he's eating and drinking everything, and he's being filmed, and he's having a little bit of interview in there. And then he says, and then the barman says, and now, once you've had your Singapore sling, you can have some peanuts, and just brings out a whole load of those fucking massive crunchy monkey nut cracking.
Yeah, I'm going to say that other countries are probably going to be less inclined with giving a fuck about people's allergies, and they're just like, have the thing you're allergic to in your face.
It's like, and not only that, it says like, and once you've cracked the nuts open, you've eaten the nuts, you throw them on the ground.
The American Five Guys approach.
Yeah.
Just now throw it on the floor.
The place is littered with...
leave it there.
It's just, it could not have been...
The dust of nuts fills the air.
Yeah, it's just like, not only are there nuts, they're not like they're just in like a ramekin for anyone. It's just like at the detritus. I was like, well, you're not going there. So...
You'll probably have to like decontaminate before you come home. Like have one of those like showers, like
yeah.
Otherwise, you'll have some.
Well, she's coming round. She's coming over to join me out there. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know if that everything wasn't not clear, but she's coming. She's coming to join me on like the Wednesday of the second week. So we're going to be there for like the end of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. So I have like
awesome.
Well, actually, I don't finish the work until the Thursday, so she's coming out. It'll overlap, and then when I'm done, it's all written down somewhere. But yeah, basically,
nut dust.
Woo!
So that's something different. Harmstone. Wait for that later, maybe. In
James has been to Raffles.
I've been to Raffles too. I once won a giant Easter egg at a raffle.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a great raffle.
Was it a Kit Kat?
No, it was like generic chocolate. It wasn't branded, but it was a giant fucking Easter egg, and I didn't eat it because I'm not a big chocolate fan. But I won it.
I won it, goddammit!
And I shared it with some people.
So no, there won't be any DGMS live the next 2 weeks, but we will be coming back stronger than a powered up Pac-Man after that. So just don't lose hope. We're going to be here. It's going to be a big time streamy year.
Don't touch that dial.
Yes, that's true.
Or do, because you've got to go to
do something else
and then come back again to Twitch. But you get the idea.
We'll move on. Oh, I once got swizzed on a guessed how many sweets in the jar. How is that possible, Tamsanaki? I don't understand. It feels like she's pushing me to tell the story that myself and Aletha picked the number either side of her to ensure that she couldn't win that many how many sweets in the jar, which was amusing. Did it contain swizzles?
I was
it did.
It
was you! It was me, Austin.
It's you.
It was me. She bit like 383 or something like that. And so I was like 382, 384.
Why wouldn't you? A, it's incredibly fun.
It is fun.
And B, it's a winning formula.
We could have won. We didn't win. None of us won.
Hap says Harmstone, reserving a house on Sunday.
He's had enough of his family.
I mean, who wouldn't? I expect it's more that his family has had enough of him.
He's like paying him.
Get the fuck out, mate. Come on, it's taken far too long.
Here's some money. But congratulations.
Yes. Enjoy your new house. Watching other people buy houses in other parts of the country makes me realise that I should probably live in another part of the country because it's way cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Nap, says Will. Toothache.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That is not good. No. Get yourself some Oragel. That's all I'll say about that. Just helping you out.
What was it I used to use when my wisdom teeth were fucking me off? Like this horrible tasting thing that was like an old wives' tale.
I think I know what you mean.
Linseed oil, is it?
Is that what they put on a cricket bat? Are you sure you didn't? They didn't put the cricket. I can't speak. Are you sure they didn't put linseed oil on the cricket bat and then hit you with the cricket bat?
It felt like I'd been hit with a cricket bat.
Yeah.
That's it. Clove oil. Yeah, clove oil. That's the thing. And it did work, or at least in a placebo-y kind of way. It did relieve some pain, but thankfully, touch wood. It's been a while since I've had tooth pain.
No nap. No bitties from me. Will didn't give us 114 bitties.
He did not.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you've just broken your streak about.
Yeah. It more affects you than it affects us, if we're quite honest. Now you've got to start the streak again.
Start from one again. It's kind of in a way it's good that you did, because now you're not beholden to it anymore. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You don't, I feel, and it's very kind that you do it, but I feel once you're into something, it's hard to not do it if you've started a streak.
You unburdened.
Yeah. You unburdened of that. Yeah. For sure.
Tamsin's going to step in and do it instead. Thank you, Tamsin. Very kind.
Cheers.
Tamsin
loves us. See,
that's something for the C. I'm not sure we'll do C today, but that's definitely nap. So should we discuss that as a nap?
Massive update files.
Massive update files, says Letha.
Oh, so when you're trying to update something like a computer game and it just goes on forever.
And on like PlayStation, it's the worst, because you're like, I'm going to play a game. I have half an hour free. It's going to be wonderful. I'm going to turn on the game. I'm going to play the game. Oh, what the fuck is this? 20 gig update, 30, 40, 50, 100 gig update. And the PlayStation servers are just the slowest.
Right.
So you can't just go, oh, it's fine. The update will be done in 5 minutes. I'll have 25 minutes of game. No, you're not playing your game. Fuck you.
I don't think we will get in the C today now, even though I said it might happen.
We'll put a pin in that. But that is certainly nap. Absolutely nap.
On we bloodily stagger.
James 31 signed contract with a estate agent today.
Nice.
That's another person on the move.
Estate agents are cunts and should get in the C. But I'm glad to hear that things are happening.
I have often heard that said, but I'm not so offended by estate agents. Them all. To be honest with you.
The thing is, the truth of the matter is that some of them are really lovely, but because some of them are so cunty, I can't find any room in my heart to like even the nice ones.
I've come across some absolutely hopeless ones, and lots of them are hopeless, but I've never had a problem with any.
Yeah, I've had problems with loads, and so egregiously so cuntily so, that I've had murderous thoughts, and because of that, I even the nice ones have now become tainted by them.
Murderous thoughts, and he's a pass the fist.
Yes.
As in pass the fist to someone else, because he ain't going to use it.
That's right. On the left-hand side.
That's where that comes from. They lie and deceive. They lie, they cheat, they steal.
They do, they all that. And not in a fun Eddie Guerrero way.
Well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's all I can say about that.
But grats anyway.
They immediately go in the sea. No, it's fine. Until one fucks me off. No.
Well, I might put them in the sea, but I'm not, not rushing to it really. But we'll see. Maybe they'll come up another time.
And here ends the submissions from the chat. Welcome in, son of Rachel.
Hey, Harley, how's it going?
Good job finding us over here on the not so new channel. What's hap with you?
What's hap with me? Oh, I had a great time watching the Pro Bowl, the NFL Pro Bowl, because it was reimagined. They kept saying the reimagined Pro Bowl, which is the kind of games that happen between the end of the playoffs and before the Super Bowl. So last weekend, it was a load of dodgeball, and golf drives and quarterbacks throwing stuff. It's all it was a bit like an American football version of It's a Knockout. And it was okay. And they were there was one where they had to drag a wall, and the wall was covered in weights and huge amounts of weights, and it was too heavy. So you had to sling all the weights off the back. You know, the kind of weights you get on the end of a barbell if you're at the gym. I don't know. I've never been to the gym, but it was a bit like that. It was big circular weights. And so all these linemen had to get rid of them. And once they were all got rid of, they could pull the thing over the line. So it was a lot of American football style, It's a Knockout stuff. And I thoroughly fucking loved it. I loved it. So that was hap for me.
I watched a bit of it. I watched about a minute of it, and then there was a commercial for 3 minutes. And then I watched another minute of it, and there was a commercial for another 3 minutes. And at that point, I was like, I'm watching more commercials than content. So I'll catch the highlights. And then I never did, because who gives a fuck?
It was a nice little format. I'm sure they'll do it again next
year. And I
year.
love flag football. The main thing was a flag football game, and I love flag football. Played flag football, played for my country.
It made me want to play.
And no, it couldn't engage me because there were just too many adverts.
Maybe we should do some flag football.
I'd love to do some flag football. I'd be playing flag football every week if there was a flag football team in the area, but there's not. So
maybe we should make one.
Because we've got loads of time.
I knew you were going to say that. I was about to say, we don't have time for that. I don't have time to stream.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Harley.
Hey, maybe we could do it and film it, and there'd definitely be some comedies of errors.
Just once. Just when I need to do it once.
Football. Okay, let's just do a game then, and yeah.
Call yourself the Folkestone Kents.
Or just massive Kents.
Dr. Fruitbat, laugh my ass off. I work for estate agents. In IT though, yeah. You're only a semi cunt. Dr. Fruitbat. You're only a half cunt.
An apprentice cunt.
Yeah, an apprentice. But soon you'll be a complete cunt. If you really work hard enough, I promise you'll get promoted to full cunt with honours.
So while all these people are buying houses and stuff, my hap for the week is I'm getting a new front door.
Oh, shut the front door is something you'll say. Because it doesn't shut very easily.
No, it doesn't. It's crap, which is why I'm replacing it. Like, it's a bane of my life.
Shut the front door, Keris says, and you go, I'm trying.
Then I'm fucking trying. Yeah, so shit does it shut.
Yes.
That it's cracked and like the whole frame is pretty much waiting to come out. It is one slam away from just not shutting and actually just going straight out into the street. So, yeah, I had the surveyor around today to do tape measure. I don't know what fucking surveyors do. He used a tape measure. He wrote some shit down. He asked me if I wanted the door to work. I said, yes, please. That'd be great.
Do you want it to open or remain closed permanently?
There were a lot of random questions, and I'm like, door, mate?
Door make work?
Door, just.
Do you know what I mean? Okay, and did they quote you?
I already paid for it. So,
it's been done. Oh, okay, cool.
Well, I paid the deposit anyway.
Okay.
No, I'll be paying for it for the rest of my life.
It's an expensive door.
It is. Doors are expensive.
Doors are expensive.
We're talking the amount you spent on a shower territory.
Oh shit, me really?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even wash you.
No. And I would hope it will raise my house value, but who the fuck knows?
No, who the fuck knows? Speaking of house-related stuff, guess where I went 2 days ago?
The basement.
I did not go to the basement. I know you deliberately picked the opposite of the place that I went. I was up on the roof again. Yes, you thought it was over. Well, it fucking isn't. It wasn't. It was a beautiful day. I went on in a storm, you massive
We
knob.
haven't had any storms, but
the moment there's a storm, I'll
has
film
been
up there.
icy. It's been icy as fuck.
I
So
see.
He probably went up there and did a bit of skiing.
It's not a very long story, except to say the guys that should be paying for the bits on the roof have refused to do so, which has forced my hand into getting it done myself, which is not something I really want to back down on at the moment. But all the time that the scaffolding is up, which it shouldn't be, it's better for me to get it done myself because I can take advantage of the fact that I'm not paying for the scaffolding. So my decision is I'm going to get it done and retrospectively kind of see if I can eke some money. Yeah. And if I can't, then it won't matter because ultimately then I wouldn't be able to do it anyway and I would have lost the opportunity that scaffolding is affording me. So I got a guy round to have a look and we went up the scaffolding instead of through my flat. And that was an interesting, fun thing, but it did mean
I love scaffolding.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been on a scaffolding for years.
But the guy basically said, yeah, this has all been shitly done. And I'm like, yes, I thought it was. So the bottom line is, good news, everybody. I'm going to have to pay some money.
Yeah. He instead of fighting the man, he's just going to pay the man and do it himself. Yeah.
To be the man, you've got to employ the man. Is the lesser known Ric Flair phrase.
Woo!
It's not a phrase I'll be seeing as my...
No, that's the phrase the people receiving the money go with.
that's the sound of the money leaving my bank account.
Woo!
But I will then take it hopefully up. But I mean, honestly, it's the bottom line is I went on the fucking roof, and that's all I really wanted to say.
And he still lives, which is a pleasure for us all.
Once again.
Obviously.
It was a very sunny day. I was okay on the roof this time. Normally it's very cold. Son of Rachel, yeah, I haven't been streaming on a Thursday because I'm trying to get that all ship shape. And you haven't been streaming
at all because I've been very busy.
But we've been here on a Tuesday.
Yes, without fail, apart from 1 week where I was ill, and next week when he fucks off. So, not really without fail, but mostly.
The girlfriend and I have officially paid and submitted the visa application to come here. A true hap, a 6-month wait due to horrid circumstances in Ukraine, but we are in the end game now. Yes. The payoff, the shakedown.
It is funny how everything has knock-on effects, isn't it? Like,
yeah, consequences.
Shouldn't really affect things in other countries, but
it does. It's prevented us from winning the Eurovision Song Contest, which
absolutely did. We were fucking robbed.
The greatest casualty of the war. And also, second to that, probably Harley's issues with his lovely special lady. But at any rate, what is hap for you?
Not much, really. It's just been a week of recovery and sitting around and trying to go to bed as early as possible to sleep off the illness that still lurks. Just phlegm in the chest, really. It's not like a contagious
phlegm in
thing.
The chest.
It's just full of crap. I mean, it's often said that I'm full of crap, but
in this case,
now it's true.
Oh, it's damn true. I want to move on from this, but not particularly anywhere exactly, just to say I don't think there's anything more we need to nap and hap about. So I've been watching a lot of TV.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because my friend said I should be watching House of the Dragon. I don't know if any of you guys have watched House of the Dragon, as in it's the prequel to Game of Thrones, but and all that sort of stuff. But
I haven't watched it all, but it did seem like they're really prequeling it.
Oh, it's super prequel.
The first couple of episodes are in one time period, and then they just move like 100 years on really quickly. I went, no, I want the stuff. Give me all the things in that 100 years. Don't rush. There's plenty of time before.
See, that surprised me. By the way, that was the bit I didn't know, by the way. But I know
really?
that was the thing she said.
Okay.
No, I mean, that's kind of amusing as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I mean, ultimately it's not a big deal. But like, I was going to say, you could kind of see how they're doing it. But I thought you got loads and loads and loads of stuff that can happen. There's loads of
flesh there.
But you're skipping forward, yeah. But at any rate, really enjoying it so far. Although it does seem to be like House of the Small Council, where like every episode is like, shall we get the Small Council together? Yes, the Small Council it is. Quick, bring forth the Small Council. Well, the Small Council needs to be arraigned. Okay, well, let's get us. And honestly, this fucking Small Council, I never know really what's going on. The Small Council consists of like the king, his brother occasionally, Lord kind of like manipulative advisor, fat lovely advisor, old man, and the black guy with white hair, basically. And that is the Small Council, and they're all pissed off with each other at one point or another. And
I mean, everyone's pissed off at everything. Like,
yeah,
especially where it came to House of the Dragon when it first came out. They were like there were some pricks out there like, why are there black people in it? What is this? I'm like, you understand it's fiction, right? And they can retcon whatever the fuck they like. Pricks.
I'm off to finally see the Burnt City this Saturday, which is also
I'm off to see the city.
A small hap. Yeah, I mean I'm really glad you're going. I was trying to work out why that was relevant to something that's talking about the House of Dragons, but I can't remember. But anyway, it's really good. Burnt City.
Dragons burn cities?
They do. This one's pretty fucking burnt. Really glad you're going. I should say to everybody, go and see the Burnt City. It is amazing. It's a bit expensive, but if you can get cheap tickets on Today Tix, then it's not. But I've seen it 7 times now, and because
only 7. Wow.
I'll tell you what. I know what it was. There's a Punch Drunk documentary all about how they do it, with a lot of spoilers for the Burnt City. So don't watch it if you don't want to see spoilers. But it tells you how they make their theatre. It tells you how they made the Burnt City and previous performances and how they make everything behind the scenes. It's really good. But in order to see it, I had to get Now TV. And once I had Now TV, I'm like, well, now I've got it.
Now
what can I watch?
To watch.
So I'm going to watch House of Dragons. And that's the reason.
I see.
The Old Father, welcome in. Beautifully shot, though. Yeah. House of Dragons. I was talking all about that the other day to Tom. It is really good. I don't really know. At one point, in front of them in the Small Council, they have like a disc and like a big marble. and it's not really clear what it's for. And it's never been explained. They don't pick up the marble and go, I'm talking now, I raise my marble. I don't even know. And they don't vote with the marble and they go, I will vote marble. I don't understand why there's a big marble in a marble dish in front of everybody.
I mean, why wouldn't there be a big marble in a marble dish?
I don't understand.
You're being marblist, Alex. I won't stand for it.
I am.
Yeah.
And at one point they're like, we can't go across the narrow sea to fight the cunts because I don't want to get in a war with the free cities. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You have 10 dragons. In Game of Thrones, she wreaked havoc with 3 and then went on to wreak havoc with less. But then, like,
she did the final business with 1.
Right?
Yeah.
And managed to,
Spoilers.
like, one dragon will fuck you up. 3 will fucking destroy you. 10 will level fucking Westeros. Are you fucking kidding me? They're like, oh, I don't want to go across the narrow sea to fight a guy called Crab Feeder and a bunch of twats. Do you honestly think that you're not going to fucking... If you wanted to, you could raise the free cities to the ground, mate. And they're like, oh, I think we might hold back on this one. Why? You have 10 dragons! I just don't get it. But anyway. Oh, my God.
Anyway, let's move on. Otherwise, we're going to be proving Harmstone right, and nobody wants to do that.
No.
So on we stumble. Coming up next is the segment we like to call Agony with this prick.
Listen, you'll take my advice and you'll fucking like it.
Now then, I'm just going to find the message because I have it on my phone this week. Agony with Alex, if you understand, is the segment in which people have written in. They've got problems, 99 problems, and he ain't one. So
Alex
he's
ain't one.
He's going to solve their problems. 9 times out of 10, I think you've pretty much solved everyone's problems.
Yes.
Has to be said. This one might be a bit of a challenge for you.
A doozy.
Now, this is very much written in a style. It's a very spoken style. So I'm going to try and emulate it as much as I can. Bear with.
Okay. You're right there.
Yes, thank you. Dear Alex.
Hello.
My fiancée, well, my ex-fiancée, got a hold of my phone and went through all my texts and emails.
Is this how this person speaks,
I
Jeremy?
think so, it is, yeah. Yeah. She discovered what she calls inappropriate messages and behaviour. Bit of harmless flirting, and some bloke has resent me a pic of his mate's girlfriend wearing a queen mask with her tits out.
Well, like Brian May. Or the Queen.
Probably the Queen.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that necrophilia at this point, but okay, fine.
There's so much to unpack, but we might have to go through it. Go for it anyway.
You couldn't even rattle one off the wrist over her, Madge. No matter how perky her top bollocks were.
Is this... Please tell me this was sent by Darren, because it sounds like it's been sent by... This is Darren! This is definitely Darren. I'm telling you, it's Darren.
A bit of banter with mates about rows we'd had, and a great weekend getting drunk with bum sex.
I've lost the thread of this entirely.
That was the some of the messages that she read, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, all the stuff blokes talk about.
Yes, I do know them.
Well, she hit the Artex, accused me of not being straight and open, and of course, out of a clear blue Sunday, apropos of Nada, taken off guard, I went on the offensive. I pointed out, how bloody dare she go through my personal stuff?
Good point.
And she'd crossed a line, and it was deceitful and underhand.
It was.
And by this time, we were both yelling and simultaneously shouted, if there's no trust in the relationship, we better call it a fucking day. Then, there was a stunned silence, and we haven't spoken for a week. I've let it be known that if she says sorry, I'll forgive and forget. Clean sheet. She sent a message that if I apologise on my knees in tears in front of all her mates, she'll think about having me back.
Fuck that shit.
I'm right though, aren't I?
I don't really know what you're right about, Darren.
That's Tony.
Tony.
From London.
Oh, I see. I don't know how are you... I don't really know what you're right about. It's not incredibly clear.
You broke me.
What I love about that, and then we might have to go back to some part of it actually,
sure.
is the fact that he comes across as a regular guy with regular appetites, and his comparisons and similes and things like that seem to be of a very normal and straightforward laddish way. But he does say apropos of nada, which is basically saying apropos of nothing, which is a phrase you don't hear very much, which seems to suggest that he's putting all of this on, I think.
Possibly.
You know? It's aside from the problem we've got.
But it does have that kind of Cockney faux intelligence that people do. They take a name,
yes,
a word that is above their station, and they work it into their daily language. So, yeah.
Yes, so basically the crux of this, if I might have got it, is that they are now ex-fiancés, as it were, although they were previously affianced, because she found on his phone a lot of banter with the lads, which suggests that he was getting flirty, or that he was
getting flirty
with another girl.
A bit of harmless flirting, it says. Picture of some other girl with her tits out wearing a Queen mask. Which apparently...
Want to break free?
Yeah, he hadn't wrangled with himself over, according to him.
Yeah, he couldn't rattle one off because she's to Madge.
I do like the phrase top bollocks. I've never heard the breasts referred to as top bollocks, but quite frankly, I think it's genius.
I think if you wanted to rattle one off, as he says in the parlance of our times, you could just cut Madge's face off the top of that and just enjoy the rest of it without seeing... late Queen seems to be something.
I mean, how are you getting that high? Like, how are you not stopping at the top bollocks, as they say? Anyway, what else was there? That so the crux is she went through his stuff.
Yes.
Okay, a lot of it was not fit for relationship consumption.
Yes,
but he is irked about the fact that she went through his stuff, and she is irked about the stuff that she found.
Listen,
where can they go, Alex?
I say if this is 6 of one and half a dozen of another, and they're both the arseholes here. Is that the segment we're doing? I've lost track of what we're... essentially, these people are absolutely made for each other. They're both as terrible as each other, and I've known so many people in my life who have been so bad to each other, they're just perfectly suited. This relationship, whether you like it or not, is going to go on forever. You'll never leave each other. Not truly. That's what's happened. I don't have to give you any advice here. I'm telling you now. They don't even need to really forgive each other. They will just forgive each other in the end. Trust me, I've seen it 1,000 times. You know, they're
but I love him, don't I?
But I love him, don't exactly, right? He'll be like, listen, love, I was doing a bit of flirting, it was nothing. And and by the way, love, you looked at my phone, so shall we
I'll
call
still
it...
come home to you at night, don't I?
Right? These penalties offset, right? You looked through my phone. Now, if you hadn't seen anything, if it would have been me like, do you want to play Mario Kart? You'd have looked like a prize fucking twat. Now, you happen to find something that was slightly questionable, but I never cheated on you, did I, love? So, let's call it quits and fucking move on with our lives.
Yeah.
And then they'll do it again in 6 months' time. It is a tale as old as time. So, I don't really think there was a question there, but essentially, don't worry, Darren. It's all going to be okay. But to the one thing that is the end that they said is that he said, listen, if she comes back and apologizes, I'll take her back. And she said, if he apologizes on his knees crying in front of all my mates, you have overshot what is going to happen here. Listen, basically, both say sorry, have a lovely night out together, have some wonderful sex, and put this relationship back on track for another 6 months, at which point you'll both find a reason to split up again. And
we can have another letter.
Ad infinitum, ad nauseum, for the rest of your fucking miserable lives. And
maybe he should send her a picture of him topless with a Queen mask on.
I think he should...
To break the tension.
He should send her a picture of himself naked with a King Charles mask on, maybe, or something.
Got to contemporize it, yeah.
Yeah. Keep it in the present tense. So yeah, absolutely.
Where did the tent come from?
Well, you know, after a while they got to spice things up a bit. Go on holiday, go out there, get a blow up tent. All the cool kids are doing it. Yeah.
Nothing a hate fuck can't solve. Harley cutting right through the bullshit.
One of the tenets of a strong Cockney relationship. This is the thing. I was saying this at one point to Aletha, and this is all joking aside. Like, I think that in relationships, I feel like, and all my relationships have all been kind of like, listen, I'm trying my best not to fuck shit up or say something wrong or do something bad. I'm trying to be a good guy in all of these things. But it seems like in a lot of relationships, people feel that they can be a total cunt then say sorry, and it brings the relationship back up to 100% again. And in my head, those things are irrevocably damaging the relationship. So say that the relationship is at 100%. This is totally not anything to do with this thing, but say the relationship is at 100% and you do something stupid like you cheat on them, right? And then you kind of, that drops it down.
You probably
to
lose a few percentage points for that.
Let's say that drops it down to 60%, but you convince them to stay, or, you know, like that. Then people think, I think blokes I know think that then once they've said sorry and it's been accepted,
that it's all good.
That
and
it's
we're back
all
to
back.
100.
Yes. And in my mind,
no,
it isn't like that. You are constantly degrading until you get to 0, at which point it is irrevocably fucked. Now, it might not be something like cheating. It could be something like constantly leaving the toilet seat up if that's your jam and you don't like that. Or it could be whatever it is that's bad, you think it's solvable to 100. In my head, it's not. But the thing about this, when I hear about that, is that I think in their minds it is. I think that's it. They just keep going down and then back up again, and you know, so 0%. Dumped. And you might find that if you lose like 70% in one go, that is dumped, you know, as it were. But there are so many people I've met who are just like, I'm thinking, well, that should be enough. In my brain, that's enough to finish that relationship. And then you look at them, it's not enough? Oh, that's weird. And they're like, yeah, we're back together. And I'm like, wow, that is not how I would have played it.
No.
So it's so weird, but you know. Anyway, so in this case, I do firmly believe these crazy kids have a chance. Listen, they're both as bad as each other, and that's something that's going to keep them together, whether they like it or not. But yeah, I don't think there was really a question in there, but
no,
I hope they work out.
I mean, it was kind of a what the fuck? What should I do? Should I go groveling?
Do not grovel. I'll say that. Do not grovel. I don't think you've really done anything too bad, really. I think it's just banter. I think it's just harmless banter. What is dead may never die. That's true. That is true.
Okay. Alex hasn't got to where he is today by apologizing. That's true.
That's very true.
Yeah. Right. Let's move on.
Yes.
We've got
yes.
time to make. So, onwards to the next segment. It's time for the segment that we call Twatting the Mic with Alex. It's going viral. Now then, today for your delectation,
yes.
and I've found these with you in mind, Alex, because
how lovely.
I know how much you are a firm believer in, and how much you love horoscopes.
Oh, I bloody love them.
Big favorite of yours. You believe everything about them.
Every word.
You kind of govern your entire life by them. You've got to go straight to the take a break or the
or you know,
insert another magazine that I don't know the name of.
Sometimes I find them online, and if I don't find one that really resonates, I just find another one until I do. Jeremy.
Yeah. So what I have today, and it's been doing the rounds on the internet. You may have seen it already, and it's where the little call to action that I put out on social media comes in. Where I ask people what kind of sandwich they were.
What kind of sandwich are you?
Yeah, if you were a sandwich, what kind of sandwich would it be?
I see.
You don't even know what type of sandwich you are, but I guarantee you are a sandwich.
You're a fucking sandwich.
These are your horoscopes based on sandwiches.
You can all join in.
What food you are?
Oh, I love this, Jeremy.
Based on your star sign, okay? And we're gonna go through them all. Let us know what you are in the chat.
Any Aries in the chat,
and whether you agree with these or not. Also, I would suggest try and spot the star sign that you think the person who came up with these are. I will say.
Try and spot the star sign that the person who's made this.
The people who made this, what star sign are they? Okay. So Aries is a cheese sandwich. Aries is like nowish, right? Like beginning of the year type thing.
Yeah.
I'm asking you as the expert.
I feel it. Well, of course. I think it goes Capricorn and Aries. I'm an Aries, not meaty enough. So I think Aries is late February into March.
Harmstone will drop us that information.
Oh yeah, there you go.
March to April.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I knew that.
So apparently Aries are unpretentious. Your attraction to them feels like a guilty pleasure. I mean, that's true of a cheese sandwich.
I used to date a girl who was an Aries.
Aries is the ram, right?
She certainly got the ram, I can tell you that.
And
but it wasn't a guilty pleasure. There was nothing guilty about it. It was pleasure all the way. Speaking about an ex, I've got a drink. I'm drunk enough. Can I not just... I'll get another wine in a minute. Popular, but doesn't know it. So I'm definitely not an
How
Aries.
do you not know you're popular? Do you not realise there are people around you?
You don't know you're beautiful. Some people, they light up their lives like nobody else, and they just don't know it.
So Will and Harmstone in the chat are Aries. Do we think that that Harmstone's popular and doesn't know it?
No.
Do we think he's not popular and knows it?
Do you know, he evokes a happy childhood memory in me, though.
Happy childhood memory in you.
I don't know how.
Okay.
Addicting. Might as well face it. I'm addicted to Will.
Yeah. In the case of Harmstone, yeah.
He's popular, but he knows it.
He's popular and he knows it. So that's Aries, cheese sandwich. I'm not sure we're off to a good start here, but here we go. Taurus, which comes afterwards, I want to say, because that's the other part of April.
Yes.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Do you know what? I don't think I've ever had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Jeremy.
I have.
Have you?
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
And my daughter, having watched a lot of YouTube, keeps asking for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And she thinks that's just peanut butter and jam. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. Before all the people kick off and go, like jelly is not called that, it's called jam. Like, no, it's grape jelly. It's not jam, it's grape jelly. It's a
PB&J.
Yeah, PB&J is grape jelly. And it is lovely.
Addicting. Are all these sandwiches going to be addicting? Because it says addicting. You either love them or hate them.
I do fucking love a peanut butter.
Is anyone here sandwich. A Taurus?
My wife is a part Taurus because you can actually be on the cusp,
so to speak.
Yes, and be. I think she might be Aries and Taurus. Yeah, must be Aries and Taurus on the cusp.
You either love them or hate them. How do you feel about Keris?
I tend to love her most of the time, but sometimes. Yeah,
you're on the cusp.
They often say, peanut butter and jelly is like Marmite, except it's not like Marmite.
Misery loves company.
It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Quirky and super sweet. That's how I would describe Keris, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Embraces the inner.
Is someone sending me a message?
It was you, is it?
I presume it's. Something's beeping over there. And that's normally when you message me, but you're not messaging me.
I'm not.
I'm a Tauros, the Pokemon. Your father is not a Taurus, I can tell you that.
I'm just hearing things, obviously. Yeah, okay. So that's Taurus. Gemini, fairy bread.
What the fuck is fairy bread?
It looks like just bread with hundreds and thousands on it.
Hundreds and thousands on bread. Who would eat this?
Do you think they're running out of sandwiches at this point?
But there's only 3 in, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Who's a Gemini?
The twins.
Yes. What even is that? It's a good point, Panda. It looks like bread with hundreds and thousands. I won't stand for this abomination, says Harley.
I just love that. If a sugar rush was a person, what they're saying is Geminis are a bit much.
Can someone say when is Gemini? Is that the next one along? Then basically,
are we following the calendar now?
I think it's June.
Is that?
I think it is.
Which would make sense. Well, May
to June.
The Mamzanaki is a Gemini. She would not eat that.
Are you sure she wouldn't eat that?
It's not what she eats, it's what she is.
I once dated 2 different women who were Geminis. And
at the same time?
No. Although one of the women in that I did try and go on a date with at the same time as another girl. Well, it wasn't a date. I just tried to get with her in chambers at the same time as another girl, and I tried to keep them. This is a different story. But
let me holler at you, player.
I tried to keep one in one part of chambers and one in another part of chambers.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Oh, honestly,
it's not the biggest place.
It was a night of much. There was a DJ on, so it was easier to kind of shroud the whole thing in confusion and mystery, and I was very bad. Now. They were both Geminis, and neither of them I would describe as sugar rushy, hyper, but they did make me feel young. Was this a sitcom episode? It was like that episode of of Community where he tries to date 2 different women. It was incredible.
It's a pretty common thread in sitcoms, isn't it? You know, a guy trying to balance 2 women at the same time.
There was a crowded dance floor. It was easy.
It was ladies' night.
If you can do it, I highly recommend it. You either love them or hate them.
It sounds like too much fucking work to me, to be honest.
Oh, well.
Just pick one and put all your energy into that one.
Yeah. In the end,
especially if they're fairy bred. That definitely looks like effort.
fuck catching all the Pokemon. Alex has already caught the star signs.
Hey, maybe you should do a tally.
Oh, I should work that out.
Have you done them all?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Gotta do them all.
I want to be the very... I actually don't know the theme tune to Pokemon, but anyway.
Clearly. Yeah.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Right. How are you feeling about this so far, 3 in?
Feeling pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know that anyone super
agrees
vibrant.
with their own thing.
I know people who are like this, but I don't think any of them would eat fucking fairy bread. I want to be their very best. Unfortunately, well, you know, we'll have to ask them. And they're here tonight, all of them. Let's move along. Cancer. Nutella bread. How fucking ironic. I think...
This isn't even a sandwich. The last one wasn't a sandwich either. Like,
No.
stuff on bread is not a sandwich.
Aletha is cancer, and she is allergic to nuts. So, lol.
Result. Killed by your own star sign. Good with children. Is that also true of Aletha?
Oh, no. She doesn't like children in the slightest, like me.
Right. Okay.
We like children like you like dogs, mate.
I see.
You can...
Appreciate simpleness while she is with you, so...
Oh! Bada bing.
That was easy.
That was nice.
That was low-hanging fruit. That was.
Is what she often says to me.
Brings back warm childhood memories. I don't even know what that means.
Well, do you know what? As a child, they used to sell little bits of little tiny tubs for like 10p of Nutella.
You can still get those. Yeah.
And a little kind of like flat spoony kind of thing you get with ice cream.
They came up in conversation the other day as we were going to McDo to have a breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And I posited how fucking wonderful it would be if you could, instead of getting syrup, you could have the option of getting one of those Nutella pouches with your pancakes.
Oh, nice.
That would be incredible.
I mean, I saw them as a child. I wasn't a big nuts fan, although I do bloody love nuts now.
I mean, most children aren't a fan of nuts.
No, right? So when you could see like Mars bars and other bars and double deckers and cool shit and bubble gum and cool shit like that, and ice creams and all the wonderful things you have, there was this big tray of Nutella and the Nutella pouches, or you know, little tubs, and I don't know which salesman was turning up to all of our local news agents going, "Do you know what the kids want? Nuts." And they're like, I'm not sure. That's why no one bought Topics. But anyway. Welcome in Comdu, by the way. And welcome in Kay.
Nana K.
Sean is a Cancerian.
Yeah. I mean,
does he like Nutella?
Perhaps you can answer this one then. You confuse their boldness for blandness. I don't even know what that means either.
I've never... If someone is bold to me, I think they're bold. I never think they're bland.
No.
But Sean does bring back warm childhood memories whenever I see him.
Does he?
I mean,
do you have a
he's very avuncular.
A Geordie in your life that reminds you of
back in the day. One of my uncles, I think, was very much like Sean. So yeah. He would often bring me a Nutella and just force it into my mouth, which is how I imagine Sean will be next time I see him.
Well, if he wasn't planning on it, I will suggest it. Yeah.
Warm childhood memories reminds me of my son's warm childhood nappies.
What a way to walk in. Welcome, Comdu.
Comdu. 3 weeks in a row. Never disappoints. Welcome in, by the way.
Okay, now we're on to the real business.
Oh.
Leo, you know, the best star sign of all.
Yeah, I do know.
Absolutely. French toast. I've got to say, I'm quite in with all of these, actually. Versatile and always interesting. Well, ain't that the truth?
Correct.
Ain't that the absolute
Cultured,
truth?
Jeremy.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Quite soft. That's
I mean,
that's
at the
fair.
moment I am, yeah. I need to do something about that, but I am very soft at the moment. Yes.
Intricate. Yes, absolutely. Complex, one might say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You wish you were French toast.
I am French toast.
French toast is nice.
Yeah. Family oriented. Well, same. That's 50-50 ain't bad, I suppose. I am. Oh, you're family oriented, just not kid oriented.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But here we are. Is stimulating and desired any time of day.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh, yeah. Any time of day or night, I will stimulate you. You can always...
That sounded like a threat.
I'll fucking stimulate you. I don't think I fucking won't. What is in the middle of that French toast? It looks like fucking ice cream.
Yeah, is it like a blob of butter or something?
I presume it's butter.
Yeah. Terrible butter. They need to work on their butter.
French toast. Is French toast made where you kind of like whip up some... Do you
It's
fry
the
an egg?
one, isn't it?
It's eggy bread, eggy toast bread in the pan. Eggy toast pan bread.
Yeah. No one's having eggy toast pan bread at the moment because all of the eggs are absent without leave because of avian flu. Thanks.
Really?
Yeah. You can't buy eggs at the moment if you're not.
And that's
noticed.
as sure as eggs is eggs.
Yeah, you can't buy eggs.
Which is not. No, because I still have some eggs left over and we haven't eaten them yet. So we must have got some eggs before the eggs went out.
No, your eggs are expired. They've been missing for a long time.
I don't care about that. They'll be okay for like 3 or 4 weeks.
It's been a lot longer than that.
It's been
Moving on.
Eggy bread with icing, sugar, and cinnamon. No, I don't know about that.
Virgo, whatever that says.
Barn me.
Barn me.
That's what people...
Barn you from
this
doing
stream?
what? Yeah.
Virgo. I think Virgo is September.
Yes, it is. We are moving through sequentially. So,
Well, I had a friend of mine who I did not date who was a Virgo.
a friend of mine was a Virgo as well. Said to be perfectionists. I've never found that to be true of any Virgo I've met.
The Virgo I'm thinking of was a perfectionist, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Values and seeks harmony/symmetry, which is a perfection-y type thing, isn't it? Good for you. Was this person good for you?
No. Yes, I guess for a while. Not in the end. No.
Has many layers.
I wouldn't have gone so far.
Presents themselves very well.
Yeah, reasonably well. Actually, I'm thinking of I must be thinking of there must be some other September people.
Missy B's a Virgo.
Oh, Missy B, you're a Virgo. Let's see if I can.
Not for boring/uncultured people.
No, Missy B is not for boring, uncultured
Interesting people only. Has a rich taste. Well, she's here watching this. So
I can say she has amazing taste, and she does present herself very well. I
There
can
you go.
100% say that.
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure this is a sandwich. I think it's more like a I don't know, a submarine roll.
Yeah.
Aren't there actual sandwiches out there that people can use?
By the way, there's like 100 sandwiches they could have picked before they got to the ones we've got.
And also, this is not a sandwich. Libra, avocado toast.
That looks tasty.
A little bit pretentious. Well,
No
clue was in
kidding.
the fucking name, mate. Pretty, but also has a lot of substance.
Can I ask, what I'm seeing on that is toast, avocado. Also looks a bit lettucey, but that could be just more avocado. And then it's got tomatoes. But what is that in the middle? Is that like...
I think it's like a cheese.
Is it cheese? I'm trying... Is that going to be mozzarella?
It looks mozzarella-y, yeah. Yeah.
I'd eat a Libra, says Comdu. Well, I tell you what, I once ate a Libra. So, but they were very high maintenance. So,
Well, is that on there? Tastes lavish. Did they taste lavish?
It's hard to remember. It's been a long time.
Clearly not memorable then.
Mozzarella and basil. That looks amazing. I bloody love mozzarella.
Basil!
Drinks. We'll catch it up in a minute. I don't lie. I don't think I ever went out with a Libra. I just couldn't resist saying it.
What is this abomination on top? It should be pure avocado. Do people like avocado?
Yeah, I've got one in the fridge.
Fuck off. Avocado.
Avocado.
You're having a laugh. Avocado. No one eats avocado. No one really eats avocado.
I could eat an avocado now.
They just say they eat avocado so that people think better of them and that there's some kind of
I'm just trying to show off. Just help me. No, I've got one. We were going to make some sushi, and Aletha said, "What should I have in the middle of it?" And it had her serving suggestion of avocado. And well, I'll have an avocado then.
Of course, they put that as a serving suggestion. No one's actually going to do it.
Oh my god, me and Tamsin agree. Avocados are amazing. How has this happened? I don't understand.
Capricorn, also not a sandwiches. Not a
Bread
sandwiches.
bowl? What's
bread
in that?
bowl.
Is that soup? Your grandparents would like them. My grandparents are dead. They wouldn't like fucking anything. My grandparents would like them.
A bread bowl. Good for the soul. Hard on the outside, warm on the inside. Armadillo!
Capricorn. Where is that in the year?
That's going to be end of October going into November.
Welsh Nana K is a Capricorn.
then not where I said.
You wouldn't like them when they turn cold. No, when Welsh Nana Kay turns cold, I'm not a big fan of her.
No.
No.
Only warm Nana Kays.
She is quite nurturing, though.
Yes.
I find. That's one of the things that I would say about Welsh Nana Kay. Very nurturing. And desired any time of the day. Jesus was a Capricorn. That sounds like citation needed.
Well, no, that makes sense. So that we're talking end of December into the beginning of January then.
Oh. End of December.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Like 20th through 19th, because that's the kind of way it works, isn't it? If you believe in that stuff.
Oh,
but again,
I see.
also not a sandwich. Moving on. Mm-hmm. Pisces.
Garlic bread.
Or Pisces, if you can't read it properly. Garlic bread, also not a sandwich. Why are you calling this sandwiches, person who made this? Because none of them are, apart from like one.
Yeah. Where is Pisces in this? Are we now around to January?
I think, yeah. I don't like Harmstone's the expert.
I feel we skipped out one here.
I think we've gone around the houses a little bit, and we haven't done them in a
Austrian
thing.
bread soup is on a different level. I've never had Austrian bread soup. Jan Feb.
Okay. So Jan Feb is 20th of January through 19th of February.
Where is Scorpio? That's a good question. I felt we'd missed one. That's all I was thinking.
Would let you copy their homework. That's very specific.
I think that your father is a Pisces.
A Pisces.
He is literally the best, so that does make sense. Literally the best, liked by my family and friends, and so amazing.
I wonder.
January into February is Aquarius because that's me. Oh yeah, no, you're a bit later. Yeah. Oh well, no, you're not amazing then. You're not the best. Go fuck yourself.
I didn't think he was. I was wondering where that was coming from. Yeah.
I think in my head he's a bit earlier. I'm not trying to kind of pin him down for the purposes of
too
this
pure for this cruel world. Yeah, I like garlic bread though.
Oh, me too.
Garlic bread's amazing.
Yeah. Scorpio, there you go.
Scorpio. Whatever the fuck this burger is. Yeah.
That is Harley though, intimidatingly beautiful.
Yes, that is very true. Is unique in their own Hot Topic way. Yeah, if Hot Topic was wearing a football shirt.
This is utterly ridiculous, says Hannah. Welcome in. By the way, we did miss Sagittarius because my brother's Sagittarius.
Well, there's 2 left, so strap in.
Chum bucket burger.
I think they can't have ended up being in alphabetical order. I don't know what happened.
Embodiment of it's not a phase, Mum. That's what probably what Harley said to his mother, Rachel.
Has a captivating aura.
That's certainly true of Harley. My life is one giant phase.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Very bold. Do you know? I think this is when I look at this burger, I think of Harley, and all the things it says around it are very true of Harley.
So, if we can mix our thoughts together, when you look at Harley, do you think, what the utter fuck is that?
Yes, that was the thing I first thought when I first saw him.
No, okay. Then,
immediately.
Then we are all good.
I'd order this on a menu.
What is inside this burger?
That looks like the seeds of a fruit. Do you see the kind of bits on top? It just I don't know. It looks like a burger. On top of it, it looks like kind of sliced courgette, a black slice of cheese, and then the seeds of a fucking tomato.
It looks like a Ferrero Rocher did a sick. There it is, just oozing out. And yeah, and then it looks like somebody cut up some apples, put them in a pan and cooked them, and then left them on the side for a week, and then put them in the burger.
Aubergine is what I was thinking of.
Is that aubergine, is it?
Well, that's what I wanted to say, but in order to get all my thoughts out fast and quick and all that sort of stuff, I said courgette. But yeah, aubergine. I can confirm it's from Japanese Burger King.
Interesting. It's a no from me. Sorry, Scorpios.
Me too, probably.
Sagittarius. Pizza. Also, say it with me.
Not a sandwich. But you see how it says the sign says sandwiches / bread.
Yeah.
They've really opened themselves up there.
But again, this is neither sandwich or bread. It's got bread in it. It's made of bread, but it is not bread.
Who here is a
Pizzatarius?
Is a Sagittarius.
We are all carbs. It's true. Yeah, literally so ironic.
Yeah, I think it should be Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless you fold it in half. I tend to fold mine at the end, like hold it and then fold it.
Then it's not a pizza, it's a calzone. I think that's supposed to say likes range, but because the E is cut off, it says likes rang. Don't we all? We all like rang. Fun, but also tender.
My brother is a Sagittarius. So
Oh, yeah? Is he just so effortlessly cool?
he is. That is certainly true.
Accurate. People love to have strong opinions about them. That's true of pizza. Like, all I have to do is say the word pineapple and literally everyone kicks off.
Yeah.
That's
straight away.
So, with your expertise, what is the remaining star sign that we need to look at?
Oh, shit.
He's just doing the star sign song in his head. Or
did we do
something.
Aquarius yet? I thought we did Capricorn, Pisces. I don't think we. How dare you say pineapple on this podcast?
There it is.
I didn't think we'd done Aquarius, but
well, let's find out. Aquarius Pop-Tarts again.
That's
not a sandwich or bread.
No, they fucked that one.
They fucked most of these. Yeah, unique and in their own lane.
I mean, do you know what? I'll tell you something. I really want a Pop-Tart now.
I've got Pop-Tarts at home, so I can fulfill this dream for myself.
Oh, I want one.
You can go fuck yourself.
I'm such a cunt. Yes, you can't. I've been toasting a lot recently. I never used to have a toaster, and then Aletha was like, "Well, let's have a toaster." And so now I'm like, I don't need. When would I ever use one? I use it every day. So now I really wish I really want a Pop-Tart.
Yeah, Pop-Tarts are amazing. I obviously have Pop-Tarts because I have a child.
They're not for you. They're for your 5-year-old.
It's true.
Tell me how to fucking eat.
But I also eat them.
Pop-Tarts. What's not to like? Can I just say I had some Pop-Tarts recently and they were terrible. Why have my child taste buds forsaken me?
No. They definitely have forsaken you because can confirm, old, still love them. Still amazing.
Maybe you had bad ones. Did you have original OG Pop-Tarts or did you get like...
Can you get like store-owned brand Pop-Tarts? I've never seen them before.
Well, I don't know. I don't buy them, so I couldn't tell you, but I bet you can.
Has anybody cracked the Pop-Tart formula or has Kellogg's still got the corner on that market?
Well, I want a Pop-Tart and I want that. Just can't get enough.
I had Eggo and S'mores from the States. Yeah, now let's get one thing right. The only good Pop-Tarts are the original Pop-Tarts, the ones pictured here, the strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
The rest of them are fucking bullshit.
Correct.
Yeah.
I had a Pop-Tart once and it was so salty, I was chugging water all afternoon.
Salty?
How is it salty?
How the fuck did you get salty Pop-Tart?
You sure you didn't just have straight up toast?
You sure you didn't jizz on it first? Just knock one out before breakfast. Oh, it's salty. What a surprise.
You're a salty Pop-Tart. You're a salty Pop-Tart.
Yeah. I tried to be.
It's a pickup line if ever there was one.
Yeah. And there we go. That was your star signs. Not as sandwiches or bread, but food adjacent things.
I really enjoyed that.
It was a lot of fun.
I love that. Well, it's 9:20.
I think we're on course.
Let's go for
We can do this. We can do this. Next up, as he said, Tifu.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
Today I fucked up is a segment where we read stuff which may or may not be true from the internet about times when people fucked up their shit. And I pulled one off from the two, in fact,
onto a Pop-Tart, and
yes,
then your Pop-Tart tasted salty.
And we've got a couple here we're going to read out. I think they might be real, but they're kind of stupid, so I thought I'd pick them up and read them.
Now, you found these. You can decide which order is best.
Yes. How about you go first?
Okay.
And I'm going to go and get some wine.
Perfect. Sounds good. Make sure you're listening.
Yes.
Because it
won't be very long
because it's only over there.
Yes.
He hasn't put it in the other wing for once. No. Today I fucked up by looking out into the woods and seeing a mountain lion. That was a laugh in the distance. Tifu, full stop. I live on a mountain in Maine.
Sneaking back in.
Nobody saw.
Oh shit, that man fucking everything up. Right, yes.
On this particular mountain, there is confirmed at least one mountain lion living here. It was twilight, and I went outside to check on something.
It was twilight.
There was Edward, stood there. It doesn't say that. Literally all the Twilight knowledge I have, so you've expired all of my...
There was the
Twilight
girl from Twilight.
Bella?
Also the guy... Yes.
Come on, keep going. What's the werewolf
werewolf guy.
Played by Taylor Lautner, who I know. I know Taylor Lautner because he was trained to martial arts by a Power Ranger, so I know who he is.
What is his name?
Thank you, anonymous sub-gifter, for furnishing Karis with a gift sub. Very
is it
kind.
Jacob?
Jacob is correct.
Tamsin knows. Will knows. Well done, by the way. 10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Not the
so
same film.
this is not about Twilight, and we're wasting our own time. It was twilight, and I went outside to check on something. I looked out into the woods behind my shed. I froze. Less than 50 feet away from me, I saw a good-sized mountain lion, looking like it was getting ready to stalk me. It was trying to find your bunny, locate your bunny, and getting ready to boil it. Full stalk mode.
That exactly stalking.
Yeah. I could see the position of the legs and the face. It looked like it was ready to start running. It was in its starting blocks.
It was ready.
It was looking up, waiting for the pistol to go.
In its stance, focused.
I turned around and started running. After a few feet, I stopped. I thought to myself, could I even make it back into the house before this big cat reached me? Not if you fucking stop, mate.
No, if you keep going, maybe you will. Maybe. Who in their right mind, if they're being chased by a lion?
Hold on a minute. Should I be running right now?
Should I be running? Imagine if a bear's chasing you. You're like, I need to run as fast as I possibly can. How about I stop for a bit?
You got to pick one and commit.
Honest.
Not second guess yourself halfway through the planned action.
Who lives in a place where there might be a mountain lion nearby?
Who lives in a place like this?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and we've decided that we're Team Jacob as the chat. Apparently.
Oh, okay. I'm down with that. That's fine.
Thanks for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Never seen it.
And then I thought, no, don't be prey. Turn around and fight.
What are you talking about? No.
I was preparing myself to be the aggressor.
A mountain lion? I thought you just saw a mountain, says Thames. I looked outside and I saw a mountain.
Ready to pounce.
Fuck that shit.
The snow on the peaks looked really aggressive.
The mountain's coming to Muhammad. I'm lying on the sofa.
I was preparing myself to be the aggressor, to go on the attack.
Why?
To hopefully scare it away.
It's probably more scared of you than you are of it.
I couldn't see it. I carefully went back to where I first saw it. There it was, exactly like I saw it a few moments earlier. That's fucking good considering your will he, won't he run, will he, won't he be an aggressor. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I should probably be dead by now. My brain started to catch up. I took out my phone and I took a picture and zoomed in on it. There is something off about this mountain lion. There is a reason it wasn't chasing me. It was a tree stump. I nearly had a heart attack. Good to know that I was willing to face a mountain lion and didn't freeze. No, you didn't freeze. You ran, then you didn't run, and then you decided to fight it, and then you realised it was a tree stump.
And because it was a tree stump, you were able to look back retrospectively and decide this was a good idea.
I'm well-hard, I am. I was ready to fight that tree stump. I mean mountain lion.
Had it not been a tree stump, you'd be dead and you wouldn't have been thinking this.
No, because you'd have started running and stopped running, and then that would have been the end of your life. He would have been there, your bunny would be in the pot, the stalking would be over, and you would be dead.
I included this because I thought it was kind of stupid.
TLDR, nearly had a heart attack seeing a mountain lion when I looked into the woods, only to find it was a tree stump.
My friend Scott at work, I mean, I said this probably a couple of months back.
Tree stump.
He's not, but he once went on safari in Africa in a park known for lions, and in the middle of the night, his mate woke him up and just said, "There's fucking lions looking at us." And then the backup ranger said, "Don't worry, you guys go and throw some stones at it." And his lion mates, and they'll
Go
probably
and throw
go away.
some stones
That
at
was
it.
what he said.
That's a fucking stupid idea, isn't
Go
it?
and throw some stones at it.
Do I leave the majestic, deadly creatures alone? Throw stones at them?
Just startle them away.
Just, throw this.
I do think it's amazing.
Lion.
I
Nailed it.
I was once coming back after I'd seen you, for like watching American football on a Sunday night. It's years ago when we were watching it and you were still in the first place you were in.
Yeah.
And I'd cycled back and I needed to put my bike in the bike section underneath Chambers.
Oh yes, in the first place that I knew you living in when I first met you. Yes.
And in order to get back, you go down a little alleyway and it's really dark. And you turn right and you have to undo a little door thing. And it's an outdoors bit, but it's all walled off and you have to have the key to go in. And all it is bikes and recycling. And it's got like a kind of the outside bit of an air conditioning. And all that sort of outdoory kind of stuff. And I went in to put in my bike and...
You saw a mountain lion.
Rah, fucking hell! And I stood tall and I was okay. But don't worry, Scott's threw some stones on it. And
I ran a bit and then I stopped
a bit.
And then I pretended I was hard.
No, I went in there.
And then it sucked me off.
How you know all this? I went in to put my bike in. It's a very small area, no bigger than like this sort of section here. And as I got in there, there was a girl lying up against the wall. And I was like, I was absolutely, because I've had to unlock. Now, you can get in there because there's just a wall and the wall is like, I don't know, 10 feet.
Yeah.
So as to prevent anyone from stealing anything from it or something like that. But I opened the door and there was someone just like against the wall. And I immediately like froze because there's someone in there. And this person's like, are they drunk? What is it? And it was obviously really dark. And like, what are they doing there? Are they okay? There was a hedgehog. It wasn't a hedgehog. And it was at my height, and looking in. And I'm like, hello? Are you okay? Like that. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And they looked really goth as well. Super goth. Like they had big kind of hair flopping down and big kind of eyeliner and stuff like that. And I'm like, the fuck? And I thought, I better take a step because I see if they're okay. And as I stepped in, the light shifted and it was a Sonic the Hedgehog bag sitting on the air conditioner thing. And it flopped over in a strange way. And it had the look of a face in the dark. Girl. And the hair over the top of it like this. And they were just, and the way it was presented itself like the edge of an arm, as it were. And the rest of it all in. And honestly, when you got in, that it had formed perfectly the shape of a person all slumped. And as soon as I got in there, I'm like, oh, thank fucking God. Oh, thank fucking God. So it was so weird.
Here's the question.
Yes.
Before you realised it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
There was a hedgehog.
Did you think...
There was I didn't even take that in. There was a hedgehog. Yeah. Sorry, I was too consumed telling the story, but yeah, what the fuck? I have told this story before. Probably.
I haven't heard it before, or at least I don't remember it, which doesn't mean anything.
I think that yes, sorry, you were going to say.
So before you realised that it was Sonic the Hedgehog, and you just thought it was a goth girl slumped against the wall, did you think she was fit?
She was pretty fit.
Rule 1. Yeah.
So, but it was a bag, Jeremy, not a real animal.
Plenty of women are bags, to be honest.
So I basically, squinted a little bit in the darkness and stepped back a little bit until she looked like a goth girl again, and then I put my dick in her. So yeah, it was okay. It was okay in the end.
Cool story, bro.
The story was better until
it was.
But that's what I mean. You suddenly see things and you're like, oh, the fuck. Oh no, it's just a bag. It's just a bag. One time we went to Pluckley, which is very haunted, and it was the first time Captain Brilliant had ever been there.
It's not haunted because it's not a real thing.
And we were wandering down the darkened streets of Pluckley, and I was kind of like winding people up, and kind of, oh, what's that? Oh yeah, and this the story about this in this graveyard is this, and the story about like really kind of amping up the haunting kind of stuff.
Gather round, children.
Let me tell you a story of
come around the fire, and I'll tell you the time I was haunted by Sonic the Hedgehog.
I just punched the shit. All these fucking rings went everywhere.
You can't have told this story before because I'd remember that bit. That would have come up.
Oh my God. So I was in Pluckley, and I'm telling all these stupid stories about the ghost. It's the first time Captain Brilliant ever been there. And we're walking along, and I saw and recognised what it was ahead, but Captain Brilliant didn't. And Captain Brilliant stopped. And he was like, "What's that like thing to like Duncan or something like that?" And he was like, "What did you see?" And I'm like, what?
Chill out, mate. It's only fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was something white and floaty in the bush, and it was kind of like waving a bit, and it was very bright white under the moonlight. And he was just like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is?" Oh, it's a bag, and it was just a carrier bag, just a carrier bag. But he was so like. He was so amped up to be like, "Oh, scared, everything's good." And there was like a bag in a fucking hedge. And he's like, "Ah, there's a bag in a hedge."
I do feel like I should tell this story from the chat, actually. Kara says, "My head hurts. I think I actually damaged my brain by throwing my phone at my head."
What?
Yeah. So, yesterday, I was watching the wrestling, NXT Vengeance Day.
Okay.
And during the course of the match, one of the competitors, Dijak, horrifically dislocated his finger. And so when they like took a shot of his hand was thus, except one finger was like at the top there, off to the side. And I just went, "Oh, that's nasty." And Kara's like, What? And so I went back, and as then it cut to the shot of his finger going like that, she freaked out sufficient to the point that she threw her own phone into her face really hard. And to the point that me on the other side of the room heard like the thunk of it just gone crack into her forehead. It was horrific. It wasn't throw phone at your face horrific, but it was horrific.
Oh my god, so funny. I think
That's
I actually
definitely
damaged my brain.
Like there was a point where I thought she might have a concussion. Yeah.
Oh dear. So is it like when Alex caught Pokemon Arceus? Thunk. I was watching some of the clips of that yesterday, and I really love a kind of fucking beaning a fucking Pidgey in the back of the head. Thump. I fucking love that shit. Bop.
Now we'll return you to our regularly scheduled Tifu, and you have got an example for our delectation.
Today I fucked up not understanding how flirting works. This is not autobiographical. And I've taken sufficient drinks for all the women I was talking about earlier, so I hope you're satisfied.
His wine's mostly gone, it's true.
It's one of the many things I say to them. Anyway, so first and foremost, this happened like 8 years ago, but I thought it may highlight how dumb men, namely me, myself, and I, can be when it comes to flirting. Funny story, nothing bad happens. That's true, I've read it. It's kind of just stupid shit. So a tall, sporty me, M19, 204 centimeters. That seems like a really strange specific. Male, 19, 204 centimeters tall.
It's very tall.
Whose life...
That's like 6'6".
Is it? I
Yeah.
would not. I don't really know. That is tall.
I mean, I'm tall, and I don't break 2 meters. So
Right. How tall is... That's
6'9".
Like 6'9".
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Whose life mostly whose life mostly consists of studying, gaming, and sport, is clothed in
And ducking.
and ducking under fucking shit all day long. Don't let him go to Canterbury, Jeremy. I was going to say something about being tall, but it doesn't matter. I'll carry on.
198 is 6'5". Yeah, I rounded up. Deal with it.
That's what I do.
I'm 6'4.5". I'm not going to say that. It's pointless. So yeah.
I'm clothed in shorts and a t-shirt in the middle of summer, waiting at the city centre for a train home. Cute girl, 18-ish, walks up to me. Also sporty, quite smaller than me.
Well, duh. Have you ever met a girl that's 6'9"?
I love it. We get to talk, exchange names.
Exchange heights.
Exchange heights.
So how tall are you? Not 6'9". Right, yeah.
Alex, 6'9". Rebecca, 5'8". Okay. Also sporty. We get to talk, exchange names, the usual stuff. Train arrives. Turns out we have to take the same train. I know this. A meet cute, they call it. It doesn't say that, but anyway. Me thinking how cute she is, and that she seems quite open. Talking about sport hobbies, how she is finishing school this year, and how she has nothing to do today. I ask where she has to get off. Get off. And she says, in like a couple
And she says, on your cock.
It gets there. Oh, shit.
The message was not direct enough for me, and therefore we did not have the sex.
That's how this goes. That's basically the whole thing. She says, in like a couple of stations. She's keeper. I'm thinking to myself to better ask for her number, as I have to travel quite a bit further. She hands me her number. Cue the Borat great success meme. Her stop comes up. I'm like, yo, was nice getting to know you. Sad you have to get off. She's like, it's fine. She has nothing to do all day. She'll just stay in the train with me for a couple of stations. That she wants to stay with you for a couple of stations. That's an alarm bell. That's a green light. She wants to stay with you, even though it's past where she has to get off. Cue the success kid meme. And this kid loves memes. So we keep talking. She tells me how she's single. She likes to be spontaneous. I'm like, great, me too. I remind her, though, that she should get off soon, as the train back from now only comes every 20 minutes. She's like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take the next one. So we stay on the same train for another 10 minutes. I'm thinking that it would be really bad if she doesn't get off in 3 stops, because then she wouldn't be able to catch the next train home, and she needs to wait for another 20 minutes. I want to tell her that.
Mate, what are you, a fucking timetable? The fuck?
You're just like, yeah, how do you, listen.
Like, I'm fucking hopeless, but what the fuck?
What are you, National Rail Inquiries? So true. I want to tell her that. She's on to the next topic. She tells me about her vacations she had in England. She was in London. I'm like, hey, great, awesome. Glad you enjoyed it. But
You've got some great timetables in London. Did you catch the tube? When you caught the tube, how long did it take you to get from Leicester Square to Piccadilly? And did you take the yellow line or the red line? Which one was it?
Maybe the green one. Make sure you don't get off at Covent Garden. You have to go down in the lift.
If you get off at Covent Garden, you've got to go all the way back down the line to get back to Piccadilly or some other place.
Go back straight up. Get on the
I don't
Victoria
know.
line and come back up to Northern. I hope he finds this video and it inevitably goes and tiggers. He says, probably something about getting on the fucking train. I've lost my thread. She was in London. I'm like, hey, great, awesome. Glad you enjoyed it, but you really should consider getting off. She cuts me off.
Will you get the fuck off my train,
Just
please?
get off. You own the train? She cuts me off in the middle of that. Smiles at me. Pulls out a condom with a picture of Big Ben on it, by which they mean the landmark in England and not former Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
That's good, because
That would have been a buzzkill.
He's a bit rapey, that guy.
Do not want a condom with him on it. Pulls out a condom with a picture of Big Ben on it. She's like, I got this as a souvenir. I am panicking, thinking, fuck, she's really going to miss that fucking train.
Oh my god, mate. This isn't real.
I laugh at her and answer with a cut and dry. You really shouldn't wait another 20 minutes. It'd be better to get off the train the next stop. She smiles, says something along the lines of, guess you're right, and gets off the train.
Yeah, at this point, she's like, this guy is fucking useless. I am out of here.
This was much better than I thought it was going to be, actually. It's really quite good. She smiles, says something about, yes, you're right, gets off the train. I am finally relaxing. Another day where I helped a person. I'm happy she didn't have to wait so long to catch a train back home. Cue me 5 years later when the realization hits. 5 years later? That chick wanted to fuck me. Son of a bitch. Then again, I could be absolutely wrong. TLDR, cute girl took the same train as me, deliberately took a detour, dropped hints like DJs drop beats, took out a condom just for me to be concerned about her not catching a train home. I am an idiot.
I don't think that begins to cover it, mate, if we're quite honest.
P.S. Happened in a European country. My now fiancé laughed at me when I asked her if I missed the chance. The answer is yeah. She was into you, 100%.
This is not 5 years ago I fucked up. It's 8 years ago, isn't it? Yeah. Either way.
Yeah, and actually, He realised 5 years ago. 5 years. Sorry, you realised 5 years later, and it's now 8 years on from that. But you're right. It is not.
It is not today. Cancel the segment. No more. That's it.
I do really like that one, but fuck me.
Yeah, I think we got a lot more out of that one than I was expecting. Yeah,
Fake.
I think it's fake too. Like, there are some hopeless not realizing they're being flirted with people. Nobody is that hopeless. Like, when you have a condom put in your face, like, it doesn't get more direct than that, really.
Yeah.
And fair play to the girl for being so brazen.
Sometimes
you gotta love it.
Yeah.
Some people know what they want, and they will literally put it in your face until they have to get off the train because some guy pushed them off the train instead of having sex with them. That's how the saying goes, right?
Absolutely.
Now,
let's do it.
20 minutes.
I know.
Easy mode.
There's 3.
Still, easy mode. We're going to finish this before the 2-hour mark because we're on the last segment. Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Yeah, I think even you would have worked that one out. Right? Right?
She followed me home with a condom in her hand, and it took me 5 years to realise she wanted to fuck me. Am I the arsehole for bankrupting Will on a prediction? What does the predictions look? Can we see the predictions?
No.
I wanted to know who's won, who's going to win, who potentially could stand to win, but
no idea. That's
okay.
That's
all right.
Harmson to deal with.
So you're going to go
this short one first, and then you do your one, and then I do this one, or
however, maybe that's a nice little one.
Yeah,
we're probably going to easily make it within 10.
A nice starter, nice
an hors d'oeuvre,
aperitif.
Oh yeah, an amuse-bouche.
Just because it is certainly amuse.
Nice.
It does amuse my bouche. Now, am I the arsehole for waking up neighbours every morning at 5:30?
That sounds like cunty behaviour.
It does sound like you're an arsehole, but we'll reserve judgment for the moment. I live in a small area and walk to the gym every 5:30 a.m. in the morning.
Sounds painful.
It sounds fucking stupid.
Atrocious.
Please stop.
What?
You're making
you
the
are
rest
the
of us,
arsehole.
You're making the rest of us look bad.
5:30 in the morning to go to the gym. Hit the fucking button.
However, both of my neighbours has their dogs outside their houses, behind a fence. When I step outside my house, those dogs start barking like crazy.
Fucking dogs.
Even though I never look at them directly. I guess they might be guard dogs. Recently, my neighbour with the dogs started complaining to me that I am disrupting their sleep and making their dogs aggressive every early morning.
I experienced 5:30 a.m. this morning. People have heard of this time, Jeremy.
It doesn't exist, you're liars.
Not just 5:30 a.m., but 5:30 a.m. in the morning.
There is only one 5:30, and it's mostly when I'm eating food.
So you're saying, so he wakes up, he goes past the dogs, he thinks they might be guard dogs.
Regardless of the classification of dog.
Regardless.
He very good. He gets up, he walks past the dogs bark at him, obviously, because they're cunts. That's what dogs do. It's not groundbreaking. But I told them I need to go to the gym at that time, and it's not my fault that the dogs are barking like crazy. Right, see? Cunts, told you. It's not like I'm walking over to those dogs. I just walk straight to the direction of the gym. Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole? So the neighbours are complaining because he's waking up the dogs and making them bark.
Yeah, well, here's an idea. Don't fucking have dogs.
Listen.
No dog, no barking.
Barker's going to bark, basically.
Not all dogs. No, that's true. Some of them very kindly have their voice boxes removed at birth.
Have mouth, will bark.
That would be good on a t-shirt.
Obviously not the arsehole. Op isn't waking them up. The dogs are. Yeah. This is why I threw it in. It's really super quick.
Also, should you be leaving your dogs outside all the time overnight?
How will they bark at people, Jeremy, if they're inside?
That's true. Yeah. Can I just say that you two pricks are currently #1 in talk shows and podcasts? Really? Go us.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. That's really great. Why aren't we getting loads of people flooding in to say hello? Maybe we are. If you're lurking in the background because we're number one in talk shows and podcasts,
we're number one.
Thanks
we're
very
number
much.
one.
That is Alex's new tagline. Have mouth, will bark. That is true.
So if we can just cut through the bullshit on this, Alex, are they the arsehole for going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning?
Are they the arsehole for leaving their house? No, they are not the arsehole. Always be barking.
He often does, yeah.
Just wanted to. When we put out that one this morning, we put out the TikTok this morning, which was the one where like the person looks after the poodle.
the dog ghosting, yeah.
Yeah. And your father said, you had 11 minutes on it, as if to go like, you're never going to make it to the end because of the length of time we spend. But yeah, 11 minutes. Well, we spent loads of time. You said, I've gone through a rough batch, and you go rough, and then you say it again and you say rough, and then you say it again, I say rough, and then in Tom's edit he's like, enough of this bullshit. I'm not letting them do that. Always be yapping. Bork. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just true. I was like,
after I actually did it, I do believe it took me quite some time to actually compose myself and be able to talk again. So it's not surprising that took 11 minutes.
I'm never gonna bork again. Bork shows and podcasts, am I right?
But once again, no matter what happens at 21:59 GMT, I'm hitting fuck shed store, even if Alex is in the middle of a sentence. So,
do you know what? I mean,
you kind of want that to happen, don't you?
Of course. Well, the best thing about it, I don't want to show through the looking glass here or the, behind the curtains and all the smoke and mirrors and everything, but I would like us to be able to get it to that point where you have to hit that button, which is why I extemporized about the Sonic the Hedgehog story quite so long, because I thought it might take. And even now, while I'm talking,
you don't want it to be easy. You'd like it to be at the buzzer.
I want to be at the buzzer.
You want to be like, hit the button, fuck shed store. That's what you want.
Yeah, there is. I exactly want that, and yeah, there is another one up at the moment. Nothing but net. Fuck shed store. Yeah, we there's another one up today, and it's amazing. The other day, the Deliveroo one is such a nice edit. But thank you very much to Tom, who's obviously doing them all, and that's such a slick one. They're all slick, but that one is particularly.
I do love the robot.
Fun. Oh yeah, say it in a neutral sounding voice. It's a good one. Anyway, I will read this one.
The walrus is in the sea, so we've got to do our own fucking work, apparently.
Oh, okay. Understand what that means now. Am I the arsehole?
Of course you are.
Undoubtedly. Especially according to that person.
Indubitably.
According to that person that we found on the internet. Am I the arsehole for being uncomfortable with my boyfriend's relationship with his roommate? Am I the arsehole for being uncomfortable with my boyfriend's relationship with his roommate? I need to move my wine to the other hand, I think.
Yeah, you've got to be like camera ready, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, it's normally I have my wine in my hand when you are talking, so I think I'm going to put that over there.
I can hold your wine.
You could hold my wine.
Hold your wine.
Do you want to hold? You want to be holding the wine for a bit?
Hold your wine.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. It'll look like then on the TikTok, it'll look like we both love wine.
There you go.
You said you wanted to get more into wine.
I do,
actually.
and I will be bringing, spoiler alert, a bottle of wine over on Sunday for the Super Bowl for us all to share.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Super Bowl's going to be hap. Am I the arsehole for being uncomfortable with my boyfriend's relationship with his roommate? My 24F long-distance boyfriend, 25M, is subleasing a room in his apartment, and when interviewing people, decided a girl, most his sexual type, 30F, full stop. Oh, that's the end of that sentence. Kind of came up on me there. Kind of crept up on me there.
I mean, if it's most your sexual type, they probably will come up on you, yeah.
I had asked for the room. Let me read that one again. I had asked for the room. The girlfriend had asked for the room and wanted to move in together after a year of long-distance relationship, and he was against that. He went out of his way to let me know this girl did the same work I want to be doing, but I'm not doing at the moment. You enjoying?
Don't know how to hold wine.
That's a way of doing it.
I'm trying to work it out. How do I hold wine?
If it's a champagne glass, you hold it from the stem.
I feel like I want to
I
hold
do
it
that.
like that.
Yeah, I do that.
I don't know how I would drink it like that, but I'm not drinking it, so it doesn't
try
matter.
some if you really want some.
It smells good.
I've lost my thread. Anyway, when I expressed my initial discomfort, he tossed it aside and didn't even tell me he chose her or that she moved in until days later. Now I've met her a number of times. In the many times I've visited since she's moved in, she's never once tried to talk to me, but we'll have a 10-minute conversation with him right in front of me where neither one of them make any effort to include me. Oh, God. I've woken up to find them on the couch together, having conversations, and had to...
I've woke up to find him balls deep in her on the couch.
on the couch. I've had to go... I've had to awkwardly come out and ask him to come back to his room to spend some time with me, since we rarely see each other. See, long-distance relationship. She sounds needy. He sounds like a cunt.
I mean, if needy is, I would like to spend time with my significant other. Yeah, that's well needy.
Multiple times I've been woken up at 3 a.m.
This is it, by the way. This is the way.
You got it. This is the way.
I'm channeling my inner Damien Sandow, if that means anything to anyone.
It does not. Multiple times I've been woken up at 3 a.m. to her banging pots and pans and cooking full meals in the middle of the night with no care that there's any other people in the home.
You had me at banging.
I know. I expressed to him that I need to be able to sleep when I'm there and he needs to have a conversation with her about how inconsiderate that is. He told me he's not going to do that because he doesn't want chaos in his apartment and is blaming me for that chaos. Oh, God. We've had multiple conversations where I've expressed she and his relationship with her makes me uncomfortable. And instead of being considerate to my feelings, he's gone out of his way to tell her right in front of me that he listened to her friends' bands and her playlists and loved it, despite that if I ask him to listen to a song that I have to beg for weeks until I finally am with him and have to force him to listen. He also went out of his way to tell me how much he loved her parents, knowing I'm uncomfortable with the relationship, and never telling me he met her parents to begin with weeks ago. What the fuck? Is he going out with this girl? It sounds like he's moved on and she doesn't, and the girlfriend doesn't know.
Yeah. Why is this relationship still a relationship? Does he even think he's still in a relationship?
Yeah, right?
Does she actually exist? Is she a ghost? Is she just in the corner of the room going, "Oh, my boyfriend"?
Is she a white bag in Pluckley? His opinion is that my perception of reality is warped, often the sign of a gaslighter. That it's not fair of me to expect him to be unpleasant with his roommate when all I'm asking for is him to be considerate of my feelings. All I'm asking for is for him to be,
a boyfriend.
A boyfriend. I told him I no longer feel comfortable visiting while she lives there because I can't spend another 10 minutes alone in his room after spending hours and money to visit him while he has full conversations with her or directly in front of me while neither include me whatsoever, which is exactly what both of them want because he's a coward and he doesn't want to split up with you properly, so he hopes that you'll just go away if he's a big enough cunt. It's a classic move. He's not acknowledged once that this pattern of events is a reason to be upset, as instead mad at me for ruining the relationships in his life, which is pretty fucking weird considering he's in a committed relationship and barely known this girl, but he's insistent on keeping this intimate relationship with her. It doesn't say am I the arsehole, but am I the arsehole for being uncomfortable with what's going on? Stop hanging around this guy!
Yeah. No, this relationship is over.
Yes.
It has been over for a long time. The only... Yes, you can. The only possible scenario in which you're the arsehole is where you keep trying to have a relationship with this dude. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out quickly. You are not the arsehole.
Correct.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous, obviously. And this is the thing. He saw this girl, thinks she's pretty fit. I want to see more of her. She wants to move in. And it's when the girlfriend said, can I move in? Because I'd love to have this long-distance relationship is shit. I'd love to move in with you and we could have a thing together. He's like, no, obviously I want to be with this other fit girl. In fact, I won't even tell you. I mean, it's from that point, that's the sign you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh boy is right. Plenty of time, really. We're going to easily storm this one.
I think so, yeah.
Easy mode.
Now,
do you mind if I'm just going to fill my wine?
Do it.
I don't want to fall on the ground.
I took him and threw him on the ground.
That's enough.
So that wine that I tasted and liked, what was it?
I'll tell you.
Just, because it was fine.
It's Faustino the Seventh.
Oh, yes. Another not a real name. Sounds more like a character from The Sopranos type thing. Yeah.
Faustino! Faustino 7! It's a Rioja.
This is your 5-minute warning. I repeat, your 5-minute warning. Otherwise, you owe me channel points. We don't owe you shit, mate. That's other people's channel points.
Hey, Ali.
But yes, we're on it. Now,
4 minutes, actually.
people on TikTok who bitch when it isn't a direct am I the arsehole question, prepare yourselves. Would I be the arsehole
Maybe.
if I refused to give reward money to the mother of a man who found my missing puppy?
It's another dog one, Jeremy.
Well, we love dogs here on Don't Get Me Started. We love them in the sea. My puppy went missing, and after searching tirelessly for days, posting on the Facebook... It doesn't say that. Posting on the Facebook neighborhood page and posting flyers with a reward, a man found her while cutting his grass. She was tangled in some brush in a ditch next to his yard.
Where he put her.
A neighbour with a flyer who happened to be passing by called me, and I went and picked up the puppy. I was so happy to be reunited with her and grateful for the man who had found her.
Grateful, eh?
I asked the man if I could come back with the reward, as I did not have it on me. The man said he wasn't worried about the reward. Yeah, he literally just found a dog in a ditch while he was mowing his lawn. It wasn't such a hardship for him.
No, he found the dog.
He didn't want to keep the dog. He was just happy someone came and took it away and that he didn't have to bother trying to find a vet or some bullshit.
Pleased
like
to see someone reunited. No reward necessary.
The man said he wasn't worried about the reward. He was just happy and surprised to find her and was glad that she was safe.
That's the end of the story.
Several hours later, after picking up my puppy, the man's mother texted me and said that they want the reward. I texted her back and told her what her son had told me when I picked up the pup. She then texted me back and said her son has a brain injury.
I shouldn't laugh, but...
Don't trust him. He's got a brain injury.
He's brain hurt.
You can't believe anything he says. He's got a dodgy brain.
He doesn't know what he's saying because of his brain illness.
He was watching wrestling and then he threw a phone at his face and now his brain doesn't work properly.
He's got undisclosed brain breaking where his brain works, not words come out order, correct? Don't believe a word he's saying.
Don't believe a rod he's saying.
Cough up. Why? How? Everyone wants to know why or how the puppy got in the ditch. They're trying to delay for time because we've got 2 minutes. They can do that as all they want. Do you know? Do not believe for a second that he will not.
If we don't finish this story, we don't finish this story.
We don't give a shit.
Okay, we can pick it up again next week. I don't give a fuck. You ain't getting those channel points.
Yeah.
She then texted me back and said her son has a brain injury and doesn't always know what he is saying, and that we should and that she would be in contact again to get the reward money.
What is she holding someone hostage? I will be in contact again.
I'll be back. Edit to add. I feel like the man was being a good Samaritan and knew what he was saying and didn't want any reward money.
I think so.
I feel like the man's mother is seeing this as an easy way to score some money. Duh.
Are you doing an impression of the person with a brain injury, Jeremy? Because that's very bad taste.
Duh. I'm thinking I may be the arsehole if I ignore the woman. No. Since I did post a reward, even though her adult son said he didn't want the money.
That's true. He did say, I don't want it.
I'm conflicted as to whether or not to give the reward to her, the man's mother who contacted me.
What, the money-grabbing woman?
As she is not the one who found the pup.
No.
No.
You don't get the reward if you don't find the dog.
Yeah. If you neither did the time or the crime, you don't whatever. I feel it is important to add here that I have zero problem with delivering on my reward offer, but only to the man who did free my pup and return her to me.
Yes.
I just feel like the mom is being shady and wants the money for herself, so I refuse to give it to her. I told her in my last text to her that I will only deal with her son. Quite. Yeah. Well, I don't think we need to discuss this very far, do you?
I do not at all.
No. What is your opinion as to whether this person is or is not the arsehole?
I believe she is not the arsehole.
Absolutely. I pushed that and it didn't work, but there it is.
Well, let's hope there's a button that will work.
Yes. It's 21:59. Go fuck yourselves. Good night.